Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Be For Real podcast.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
Happy whatever day it is.
Hopefully you're listening on a Monday.
Monday.
We look very summery if you haven't noticed. We got some butter yellow going on and some picnic blanket vibes.
Yeah.
Love to see
Gingham.
it. Some gingham. The sun is out as you can see.
For right now.
Shining through. It's been like gloomy and sunny today. So it's been like sunny and cloudy, which is, it's better than gloomy, just gloomy.
Yeah.
So not gonna, complain about it. But anyways, how's your week been? What's
Good
been going on?
Sorry, I'm just distracted now, but did you like their lamps or no?
Oh, the lamps.
I see one sitting there.
I did like them, but I think I am going to return them.
Oh, okay.
Just because, they're so cute, right? I know I keep saying this. It's so annoying. We are planning on moving. So it's probably not a smart idea to buy new stuff before we move.
Fair.
So it's like I bought them kind of in a whim, like, oh my God, I wonder if they're going to look good. And then after actually having them here, I'm like, wait, that's probably not the smartest.
I don't need it right now.
Exactly. Yeah. So I am going to return them, but they're so cute, guys. I found these 2 lamps at HomeSense. You guys know I love HomeSense, okay? It's just so fun to browse around in there. I could be in there for literally 12 hours and not have one complaint.
Right.
And I got these 2 lamps. They're so cute, but like I just explained, I think I'm going to return them. And then, once I lock in on a new place, then I can go shopping for real. But I just don't think it's smart. I wasn't really thinking when I bought them. I'm like, oh, they're so cute. I need to see if they're going to look good.
Exactly.
And they do look good. They do. But at the same time, we were also talking, when we are going to plan to move, we're going to get a new bedroom set. Yeah. So nothing is solidified.
Smart. Just wait.
Yeah.
Especially you don't know if you'll want that kind of aesthetic exactly then.
It's what if the place is a different aesthetic and then I want to just
change the vibes and it doesn't match, but you just bought them. Yeah,
so definitely gonna return, but still super cute. So hopefully somebody can find a good home for them.
So I'm sure somebody will.
But
yeah, my week so far, it's been okay. It's been fine. I feel like it's just a regular, I don't even know what day it is. It's Thursday today, but
that's been me all week. I'm like, wait, what day is it?
I know. Oh, it was Canada Day this week, but
oh yeah,
2 days ago.
And it's the 4th of July tomorrow.
Oh yeah. May the 4th be with you. That's May.
Yeah. May.
Literally said it in that.
Yeah.
Did I do something over the weekend? I don't know. I went to the lake the other day actually, which was nice. It was the first day of this year that I've gone outside.
That's really nice.
And actually done something.
Yeah.
Outdoorsy, I mean. So that was nice. I did that on Monday. Been eating lots of fruit, lots of matcha. The drill. My friend she had a workout class event because she's a personal trainer.
That. Yes, that looks really cute.
She's it was really cute. She's wanting to do more classes outside of just the gym that she trains out of.
Yeah.
So she did she hosted a little event and had all these little goodie bags and drinks and stuff, and it was really fun. So I did that actually on Saturday.
That's super
cute.
And
then I got a new Sunny Angel yesterday actually.
Where'd you get it from?
I got it from Token in Metrotown Mall.
Okay.
It has a lot of stock there, but I got
the
koala one.
Oh my God, that's so
it's
cute.
Really cute. I got it yesterday after work. I was
that's adorable.
I think I need a Sunny Angel.
How much do they sell them for?
$25.
Okay, that's not horrible.
It does seem a lot for just a little plastic thingy, but it's also it could be $40, and then that seems a little crazy. But Labubus are $80.
I was just gonna say it's a lot cheaper than a Labubu.
Yeah, those are expensive.
What the craze is all about right now.
Yeah, but other than that, not too much. It's been weather's been kind of up and down, been nice and then cold and then nice and then I don't know. But yeah, other than that, not too much, I think. Chill week so far. But
Love.
Yeah, how about you?
My week has been good, kind of same old. I am doing a summer clean out.
Nice.
I'm filming it and I just want to do a clean out. So I just did this room and I got in between the couch and vacuumed and washed some of the cushions. Now I need to do that area over there.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. There's where my dining room table used to be. If you guys didn't know, I sold off my dining room table because we thought we'd be moving months ago. Okay, so I'm I'm not going to need this. It's too big. I know I'm not going to bring it over. So there was time to get rid of it and I got rid of it. For the meantime, it has been accumulating, that area of my home has been accumulating boxes. When I get PR, I just shove it over there. And just random boxes and cardboard that I'm too lazy to take to the garage and dispose of. It's girl math, okay? It's just my huge, you know how you have a corner in your room sometimes for things? That's my corner of
It's
the
like your
house.
yeah, it's your house corner.
But it's huge, okay? It's like the size of a room, but like stuffed to the brim with shit. Like our old bed frame is there. There's huge boxes there. But the funny
part too is that it's not like in a room too. It's just like in the open.
It's just out. And honestly, I've just been so good about not letting it bother me.
She just has numbed it out.
I have really numbed it out. It's like that part just doesn't exist to me, so it's fine. But I think it's not bothering me because my excuse is always like, we're moving, you know? And so I'm like, I'll take care of what needs to be taken care of. And also it's like our recycling every week, since we live in, you know, a residential spot where we're in like a house now with a front door. We can't just go to the recycling room and dispose of unlimited recycling. We have an allocated bag that we have to put out every week and whatever. Therefore, the amount of recycling I have does not fit in the bag every week. Yeah. Therefore, accumulating a very big pile and monstrosity of recycling. Like I told you guys when we did our garage clean out, I literally had to hire somebody to come and take out our recycling out of the garage because it was too much for us to do. Yeah. So now our new recycling corner is that corner of my house, and it's just so bad. And I'm like, if it was as easy as bringing all these boxes like down to a recycling room and disposing them, I would have done it. But it's the fact that we have to fit them in our little itty bitty bags that the city gives tiny. Us. And I'm like, look at the size of those boxes. Yeah. You're telling me I have to break that down?
Yeah, you got to cut them up real small.
Hell no.
Yeah. So much extra work.
So I think what we're going to...
You could just bring it all to the dump.
Yeah. If there's like a bigger scale like recycling depot even where I can recycle the cardboard, I'm gonna try to do that because I have no idea. Like I need to research some places near here. Yeah, so it's accumulated over there, and I'm going to, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think for the summer clean out, I'm going to tackle that and get rid of the recycling. Otherwise, it's just going to keep accumulating, and then before we know it, I'm going to have to hire somebody again. So yeah, it's so bad. It's just the fact that it's like, that's also why I kind of want to live in an apartment again, because then you have unlimited recycling disposal because you just put it in you don't need to break anything up. Yeah. Like back in the day when we used to live in an apartment, we were able to take huge pieces of cardboard and just dump them in the cardboard spot because it was that easy. And now it's like, oh my God, I do not want to take the time to cut this into little tiny pieces times 10. So anyways, that's a dilemma, but I think I'm going to tackle that. And then I'm going to do a little bit of deep clean up the kitchen, and then just kind of deep clean the house. But I'm just so, wanting to move that I'm just not motivated. Like that corner piled up because I'm just not motivated, where I just keep making the excuse like, we're leaving, we're going, like it's fine. Yeah. And so I'm like, I just have that in the back of my mind that's like not motivating me to fully clean this house. Yeah. But it's just funny because it's literally so atrocious, but I'm just not thinking about it. It's a neglected corner, let's just say that. And she's okay, she's thriving over there. So I'm gonna already started to do a clean out, which is gonna feel really good. So we'll see if that gets tackled. Fingers crossed it does. We'll see.
You better.
Yeah. But that's kind of been my week. I've been starting to do that clean. Same old. Canada Day was yesterday, or was it yesterday?
No.
2 days ago. Jeez, I am literally losing track of time. Yeah, it was a really beautiful day. Just kind of chilled, didn't really do anything, honestly. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was chill. I feel like it kind of landed on a Tuesday this year. So it was like, okay, it's just on a Tuesday. That's about it. It's like, what are you going to do, right? Yeah. I know a lot of people had the long weekend off, I think, where they had like the Saturday,
True,
Sunday,
but it was
Monday.
like an odd, because the holiday was on a Tuesday. Yeah. Like I think people were just taking off the Monday because like the Monday wasn't a holiday at all.
No.
But it's so random to have it on
a Tuesday, because I think people were, like you said, like specifically taking it off so they would have that 4-day weekend. Yep. But it was kind of awkward because it was like a work day and then a stat holiday. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was odd. But I got paid time and a half, so works for me.
That's a slight.
Works for me. I had to go to work.
You're like, I'll take it.
I will take it. Because holidays are never on Tuesdays, and I don't work Mondays, and most holidays are on Mondays, so I don't usually get holiday pay that often. Yeah. Besides like Good Friday and Canada Day on July 1st.
Yeah, clearly it'll land on a different day every year. It's not like Easter where they plan it on a Sunday every year. Yep. But other than that, my week has been chill. Oh, I did go out to Vancouver this past weekend. Mm-hmm. We went to go visit my friend Lexi because she lives down there. And then we kind of just went out to dinner, and we tried to go dance somewhere. Honestly, there wasn't really, we weren't picking up a vibe anywhere.
Yeah.
It was just, sometimes, you know, it's a hit or miss, I feel like, down there.
Yeah.
And this time we went and there was just nothing. It was
a miss.
It was a miss. And we hopped around multiple different places and we're just like, where are the vibes? Where are the vibes? Where are the vibes? And then that mixed with like gross men sloppily trying to get all over you. Not a good mix. I'm just like, oh, like, this is why I don't go out.
Yeah, can't do it.
It's honestly rough out there, guys.
It is.
So, yeah. Otherwise, though, it was fun. Like, we went for dinner and like that was fun.
Yeah.
But it just sometimes, I don't know. Vancouver, it's not. I don't think we're a big nightlife city
No, not at all.
And it's pretty lame. It's just sometimes not the best time out there. But
It's funny though, because I feel like I know a lot of people that do a lot of fun things at night in Vancouver, but it's like you have to know, or you have to be a part of like certain friend groups to like know about these things, or like events that are going on, or little DJ thingies. And I'm like, I just don't know about these things going on, but then people are posting on their stories. I'm like, that looks fun.
Yeah.
But I had no idea about it.
And it's like, where did you find that?
Yeah, like how did you find that out? Like obviously if you're going to all the places that are just like the known places, it's easier to like not catch those. So I feel like it's more like the smaller, like you have to know
the intimate, where it's like you have to be exclusively kind of invited.
But I'm like, I'm not in any of that, so not too much fun going on.
If you guys are from Vancouver though, if you can let us know like what are the good spots if you guys go out often, because I feel like every time I go down it's struggle like where to go, because I honestly don't really know, like, because we're not a part of any of the friend groups down there, so we have no idea how to catch a good vibe. So if you guys know, please let me know. But yeah, speaking of that, tonight I am going to a little event. It's in Kitsilano, which is fun. So it's just a little jewelry brand.
Oh, I got invited to that.
Are you not going?
No.
Why?
Because I have a dinner.
Oh,
I know. I already had plans. Like I'm meeting with like my mom and friends like for dinner. But that's funny. I did get invited to that too.
Oh my god! Imagine.
Dang, we could have gone together.
Oh no.
I probably would have said no if I didn't have a friend to go with. Like I would never go to something like that by myself. So
yeah.
Dang. Wish it was another time.
That's
Otherwise, that would have been fun. But anyways, that'll be really fun.
But anyways, there'll be lots of events coming up, especially for the summer.
Totally.
Gonna go to that. I'm sure there'll be like some mutual people that I know from other events, so excited to go to that tonight. It'll be fun. You know, that's funner to me than like going to a club, because it's like the girls will be there. The girls,
like girls, a little girl, not girls only, but like girl activity
yeah, exactly. So excited for that. But yeah, other than that, I'm like, what has been new, girl? Like nothing much, same old. Like I'm looking at my camera roll, it's just same, grocery shopping, working out, kind of, because I've just been such in a slump with that. I'm still in a slump with that. Yeah, basically just the same olds. I wish there was some new hot tea to tell you guys.
Nothing
like I do wish there was some piping hot tea.
There's really
none. But unfortunately there is not, which is okay.
Oh my god, today I went to, there's like this new like wellness kind of place near my house ish, and they have matcha, so obviously I wanted to go try it. And when I went, like I found out they're dairy free, gluten free, refined sugar free, like literally everything free.
So you're just eating air at that point.
Eating air. But they have like smoothies and like salads and like cold pressed juice and all that stuff. So I got one of their, it's because it's like a second location off of another location. So I already knew that their chia seed pudding was really good because I've had it before at the other one. So I got one of those, and then I got a matcha, and I kind of knew in advance trying something like flavorful. I was like, I'm really taking a risk here on not getting like an original matcha. Because I got a vanilla cherry matcha.
Okay.
Which in theory sounds really good. And like the cherry was really good.
But
But first of all, when you mix it, the cherry's red, so it turns it brown.
Oh.
It literally turned brown. I was like, it looks like a cup of chocolate milk.
That is crazy.
So that already was like...
That's kind of a turn off,
It already like threw me off.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know, hopes are still high.
Yeah.
The cherry flavor is really good, but it's so strong that it like didn't taste like matcha at all. So I was like, okay, well, this is kind of a waste. Like, I put it in my I had like a few sips of it, and then I put it in my fridge, and I know I'm just going to end up throwing it out because I'm not going to touch it again.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, it just doesn't, it's not a matcha. Like, there's no matcha in this. It's like cherry milk. Which is like, and they make their own milk. It's like almond, cashew, and something else. They like make their own milk. So it's like,
that must have been like $15, girl.
It actually wasn't.
That's surprising.
I think it was, I don't even know. I want to say it was maybe like $7.
Oh, whoa, for homemade milk too?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I know. Super healthy. But
super healthy.
the tip did start at 18%. So I did have to pay like a $2 tip on that.
You're like, it started at 18%.
Yeah, I was like, not even started at a 15% tip. Like, damn,
That's
like that's crazy. This economy. But yeah, so that kind of sucked. And then I went home and like tried to make more matcha and put it in. It just didn't really work. The cherry just is too powerful. So next time I definitely will just want to try matcha with nothing in it to see first.
To see what their matcha's
and
like.
I feel like anywhere you have to kind of try the plain matcha first to see if you even like it, and then you can
before
start
adding
with
all
the flavors.
Of the,
So we'll see. I'll try it again another time. But yes, that was my sad matcha review for this morning. Oh, I did film it too, so you could see how nice and brown it looks.
Oh my god, I think I did see. Did you upload a photo?
On my story?
Okay, that's actually hilarious because I was gonna message you about it, and I was like, I'll see her today and we'll talk about it. But I was like, why is it brown?
Yeah, I'm like, this is matcha, by the way.
I'm like, that looks a little bit concerning, honey.
Yeah, it looks like poop water.
It looks like poop
But
water.
anyways.
But no, that's actually really cool how they make their own milks, because it's so weird. I was just thinking about that the other day because I make my own homemade milk for my drinks and stuff. I do just cashews. I found that that's the best.
Yeah.
I used to do like almond and whatever, but then after I experimented and just tried cashews, I'm like, this is so good.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't add that really nutty flavor of the almonds. And I love my own cashew milk specifically.
Yeah.
Anyways, and I was just thinking about that the other day, and I was like, I've never been to a cafe where they make their own homemade milk.
Yeah.
And that's funny how you just brought that up.
They do.
Yeah, I'd love to.
But I also
want
to try more things there because they do have smoothies and stuff like that. And like based on their other location, I know their stuff is good. Yeah. So I'm like, I think it's just the one miss with the matcha because it's too flavorful. Yeah. So I'm not going to like be like, no already. They also had like little like fudge bars and cookies and like protein balls and stuff. And like all those things are like, you know, nothing's in it. Yeah. And especially like being like no refined sugar added to, I think is like cool.
Yeah. You have to send me the link to that place.
I shall.
And I will be there.
I shall. See you there.
I will be there.
Come to my hood.
Come and see your hood. Where's the other location?
They're like maybe like 5 or 6 minutes apart.
Okay, I was expecting like a different city. Okay.
Yeah, no, same city.
Damn. Okay. They're popping off in there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll definitely visit because that's so funny how I was literally just thinking about that, and I was like, I've never been to a cafe where they make their own milk. Yeah, no, that's super cool. But it's so funny because also while I was simultaneously thinking about that, specifically last night, I was like, I've never tried like a blueberry matcha or a blueberry coffee or whatever. And I was I didn't make it yet, but I'm like, I should make blueberry syrup because I made strawberry syrup before. Yeah. But I'm like, I should make blueberry syrup and try that out.
You should.
Right?
Yeah. I feel like a blueberry coffee I've heard is like really good.
And I was like, then I can use it for matcha and for coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
And do it in both. So I'm definitely going to hop on that because making your own syrups at home is actually way easier than you would think. You basically just like put it on the stove, do a little dimmer, whatever, pour it in a jar, and then you can put it in the fridge. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into making that. I just randomly thought of it last night and I was like, I need to spice up my summer coffees
with a little blueberry,
my summer drinks. And I just had a matcha this morning that I made myself and it was so good. I have really refined my matcha recipe. Yep. And it's amazing. I will say so.
Mine still suck.
No.
Remember it was good for like a minute?
Yeah.
I need to get more new maple syrup because right now we have a sugar-free maple syrup and like it's good, kinda.
Yeah, kinda.
It's good, but like in matcha it doesn't add that like earthiness of like maple syrup because it is like sugar-free. But it's a little bit thin.
I was gonna say like sugar-free maple syrup is basically just fake maple syrup though.
Yeah. So I was like, I need to get like a real one again, but the one I was liking, I've like run out of it now. So I don't know. And I got a bunch from Japan, so I've been like trying other ones. Then a brand sent me some and I was like, I don't know. So I don't know.
When you do matcha, how many teaspoons do you use in your drink?
I don't really know. Normally I would do like the smallest in like the little measuring spoons.
Like the wooden ones?
I don't know. Mine aren't wooden. Mine are plastic. But
never mind.
You know, like a little, maybe it says like a tablespoon or a teaspoon.
A teaspoon, okay.
Maybe I would do like 2 of those. I don't know. Okay. But now I have like a matcha, like a bamboo scoop. So I try and do like 2 or 3 like heaping scoops. So like a lot more. Yeah. But yeah, so
gotta refine the matcha recipe.
So my issue is, so here's the tea though. There's a place where I get matcha near my work, really good. It's like my favorite matcha right now. It's so good. I start work at 9. They open at 9. I don't have time to stop.
Oh no.
I've been Ubering it to work.
That's iconic.
$13, $13.50.
That's hilarious.
Like 3 or 4 times a week.
Okay.
So I'm spending a shit ton of money like Ubering
just specifically on this matcha.
Yep. if I have
kudos to the cafe because it's worth it, you know?
It is worth it. But I'm like, I'm not going to make one at my house because I'm not going to enjoy it the same way I'm going to enjoy this one. And if I stop anywhere else, I'm just going to be like, oh, I could have just spent the money and got this one instead.
I see.
And then people are like, girl, you're really Ubering it for $13. So I'm like, yeah. Well, think about it. If I was in Vancouver and I got a matcha, it'd be tiny. And also, I will say this is a large size. It's 24 ounce. Okay. It's really big. Yeah. It's amazing. You'd go to Vancouver and get a really small matcha for like $9 or $10.
Yeah, like a mini.
So, and it's like $9.50 for like the large one on Uber. It's cheaper in the store, but just on Uber, it's like, let's say $9.50 with tax for the large one.
Yeah.
And then I'm just paying like $4 extra for someone to literally hand deliver it to me.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, it makes it worth it to me.
Yeah.
Because I don't have time.
And then you're getting it hand delivered.
Hand delivered.
Like glove service.
They walk in and they're like, Talia.
They're like, they have like the most pristine matcha in the world. They're like, for Talia.
Yeah, they come in with suit and tie.
Stop. With like white gloves. For Talia.
No, literally. Every time they walk into a store, someone's like, girl, you and this matcha. I'm like, I don't have time to stop. Like,
the guy walks in it and they're like, she's that way.
I'm like, start scheduling me later than 9 a.m. Then I won't have to Uber it.
Yeah. Like schedule me for 9:15 and I'll be good.
Literally, there you go. Then I have time. But anyways, so I've been doing that. So it's about addiction. So I'm, as much as it's good and I love it, I want to obviously be able to make it at home just as good. Yeah. When you find it out, it just doesn't compare. It's hard. So anyways. That's the tea of the week. Literally, the matcha tea.
You know what? Next time I make my matcha, I will Snapchat you a video of me making it step by step.
Okay.
And then you could see if there's any step in the process that you're like, oh, wait, I should try that.
What brand are you using right now?
I ordered this one on Amazon and it's a ceremonial grade. I forget the name of the brand. I can show you the tin later, but it's really a really good color and it's really good.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, good to know.
Well, anyways, we asked you guys to ask us a couple like questions or advice things today. We just felt like doing more of that kind of like a little chatty check-in type of episode. I feel like we've been a little bit all over the place with episodes. Like, because we had like a good order going on and then like you were away and then I was away and then it just, we kind of were like thrown off. So now we're just, our episodes are like out of order of what we were doing, but you know, we still got good stuff to talk about. So that's all that matters. So yeah, we asked you guys to ask us some questions. We asked kind of this morning, so we don't have too many, but we'll also wanted to do a little just check in on like, you know, our goals that we set for the year and kind of how that's going along so far. But
yeah, kind of do one of our girl therapy episodes, monthly check-in, catch up, and just let you guys know how we're feeling.
Totes.
We'll answer your questions. So let's see what we got. First question we got: severe depression, anxiety, and medical school. How to keep up? I love you so much. We love you so much too.
Love you the most.
Love you the most.
Gosh, and medical school. Like I'm sure that's
medical
a lot.
School is crazy. But the first thing that comes to my mind is, especially girl, if you're in medical school, you have to be mentally there and you have to be mentally okay. You're probably so busy, meanwhile suffering from severe depression and anxiety. My first piece of advice to you, can you take time off, first of all? Can you take like a gap semester or a gap year? And if you can do that, I would 100% recommend, because you can use that time to lock in, find the root of your depression, find the root of your anxiety, maybe talk to some therapists and doctors, get to the root of the problem and solve it, and then pick up medical school back again when you're in your best state of mind.
No, I agree. And especially in courses like that, like it's going to be a lot. Like the people that I know that have done like nursing or anything in like that kind of way, they be putting in a lot of work and it takes up a lot of your time. Not sure exactly, obviously, what this person is doing, but I can just guarantee that dealing with like so much of your own mental health issues while also trying to completely learn new courses and like do your best and try and like pass your classes, like that is a lot on your plate. That is a lot. So I do kind of agree with that in a sense. Like if you could even try and, I don't know if that is like, let's say you can't, like you're like, no, I'm in it now. I've paid for it. I gotta be here. I don't know, like just outside of school, like I would just try and take the most time you can to kind of like work on your state of mind. And like you said, talk to therapists, talk to doctors, like whatever you need, you know, if you need to get, if it's that severe, unless you are medicated already, but that's definitely something you could look into, and especially therapists as well, just being able to talk stuff out, because you're going to have so much going on in your mind at all times, like working on school and figuring that out. So just to be able to talk to someone outside of it and like distract your brain from that and kind of like just talk about whatever's going on inside your brain outside of that, I think that'll be really beneficial. But I mean, good for you for being like so, what's the word that means, like
Persistent.
not persistent, but like, let's say I went and I signed up for like 17 things and was like, oh, I'm gonna do all that. What's the word? Ambitious. Very ambitious.
Yes.
Especially medical school. It is a tough thing to already go into, so I feel like you have to be somewhat ambitious when you're stepping into something that's gonna, you know, take a few years to get through. But yeah, your mental health is number one priority, and I'm sure you're gonna like learn stuff and how that pertains to that in medical school.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just really got to be on your A game if you want to do well and make it obviously worth your time. So I would definitely just try and focus on, you know, figuring yourself out first and kind of how you can deal with that. Yeah, it's going to be a lot to balance all of that for sure.
Yeah, in medical school, like you're going to school to help other people. But if you are helping other people before you're helping yourself, that's only going to take you so far. Your mental health is number one priority. You are number one priority before you can even learn to help someone else too at this. You know what I mean?
You can't help others if you can't help yourself.
Exactly. And that's what a profession in, you know, the medical field is genuinely helping other people. And so you need to make sure that you're helping yourself first before you can go and expend the energy to help other people, learn about helping other people. So we don't know exactly what type of situation you're in, whether you can take a break or whether you cannot take a break. But yeah, like I said, if you can take a break, definitely take like at least just like a semester off to, you know, get to that root cause and come back into yourself so you're feeling your best again. And if you can't, then do the best that you can to persevere and maybe come up with a little bit of a plan for yourself and be like, okay, an after hour time when you are not, you know, studying your ass off or maybe working in between that, stop trying to like distract yourself. I would say, like, I know social media is a big culprit. Just pay attention to those types of things and be like, okay, what can I do to fill this time that's actually going to help me and benefit me through this process? And work on yourself, because you come first. And if you don't put yourself first and get through this, then you're just going to be so burnt out in the near future. And then everything is going to come crumbling down on you because you've just worked too hard.
Yeah.
And so that would be my advice.
Especially dealing with anxiety as well, because if school gets like really stressful or like really hard at some points, like that, it's just going to double that and really just max out the anxiety. So
yes,
I would definitely get that dealt with.
And also, I don't think we saw it this way, but if the medical school is what's making you depressed and anxious, that's a whole other problem in itself. That you should definitely take time to step away and think, like, is this what I really want? So not really sure the way you worded it, if it's that or what it is. Yeah. But if that is the case, then, you know, rethink, like, why am I doing this? Because I know there's a lot of pressure sometimes from parents putting things on you, like, you need to become a doctor, you need to become a lawyer, but, you know, what do you want at the end of the day? So as long as you really want to be, you know, in the medical field, then obviously that's a different story. But yeah, wishing you the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you could do it, you know, you could get through whatever. And this is life. This is a part of our journey, is like, we need to get through these things and we'll always come out stronger on the other side. So wishing you the best of luck. Okay. Next question is confidence/hating the way you look, etc. We did an episode in the past on confidence, right?
Yes.
Would definitely go listen to that episode. Yeah. But do you have anything to say?
For more in detail.
Yeah.
Of that? Yeah, it's tough. I feel like a lot of it, for me, like personally, it like comes in waves, my confidence. Like there's obviously more times than others where like it exudes a lot more than it does other times. Like for me right now, I'm hormonally about to start my period, so I feel like my confidence is like not there right now. Like that's also a factor as well, but I mean there's certain times for that. Obviously it's really hard to be confident like 100% of the time, and if there's things that you don't like about yourself that are things that you can change, like, you know, obviously not like the friggin' way your body is made up. But you know, that could be a time that you could also play with your style. You could play with your hair, do your makeup different. Like if it's things like that that you think you could fix because they're like external things that you don't like the way you look, then I would try just playing around with new looks, new styles, see if anything like really clicks for you in that way. But if it is things that's, you know, more of the long lasting, like literally your anatomy and how you're made, girl, that's just how you're made, and you just have to deal with that. And that is, it can be hard, but I would definitely watch our episode on that to kind of like just more in depth feel, I don't know, whatever we said. I don't even remember what we said.
Yeah, I'm going to go actually right now for you so I can tell you exactly what episode number it is so I can do you the work. Hold on.
Do you the works and you don't have to. But yeah, it's just like self-love. Like you just really have to work on that. We've talked about self-love many times, but you just got to be able to accept yourself as who you are and know that, you know, you're beautiful inside and out. Just being a human, we're all different. We're all made the way we are for a reason. And, you know, beauty is, what is the word? I can't think of these words today.
Subjective?
Subjective. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Beauty is subjective. And stop being so freaking hard on yourself. What the hell?
We're all made different for a reason. And if you don't like the way that you look, you're not confident because you're just comparing yourself to people on social media and online, then that's a whole other issue in itself where it's like, that's not sustainable to be doing because that's not real life. We all look different for a reason. Finding confidence within that is so important, that like you're just unique. You're unique and you're the way that you are, and that's what makes you beautiful. Trying to find, you know, confidence within that. And it's like, I understand looking in the mirror and not liking certain things and not liking the way you look, but I feel like for me too, confidence does kind of ebb and flow, and it really just depends, like with my cycle, what time, what season it is, what time of the year it is, and all of that. Like there's so many factors that come into it, but I feel like at the end of the day, confidence is way beyond your physical appearance. There could be two girls that look completely different from opposite ends of the earth, but still exude the same type of confidence, and you can really see that shine through somebody. And like we talked about in that episode, I remember it's like when somebody walks in the room and you could just tell if they're confident or not, despite the way that they look. It has nothing to do with the way that you look, because I feel like through the way that you act and present yourself is beauty. And beauty is found in that. It's like you can have the most conventionally attractive woman, but if she portrays herself in a very negative, sloppy way, that beauty doesn't really go beyond the surface. So it's like,
I go so far.
Exactly. So I really think that it's like beauty and confidence comes from within. Anybody, despite the way that they look on their physical outer shell, can be beautiful no matter what. Because at the end of the day, it's really what's on the inside that matters, and what counts, and how you exude that to the world.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was episode 12.
Oh, wow. She was early.
It's called All Things Confidence, How to Have a Hot Girl Energy, Mind and Body. So scroll down to our episode 12, and hopefully we have some good tips. I totally forgot what we said, honestly.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's episode 12.
Yeah.
So hopefully listening to that episode maybe again, or if you've never heard it before, can help you out. But yeah, at the end of the day, the confidence just has to come within, and it's not something that's going to happen overnight. So don't expect, you know, to wake up and just feel confident one day. You have to kind of train your brain to become confident. Wishing you, girl, the best of luck.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you could do it. Anybody could be confident no matter what they look like. Next question: how to lock in when I also work 60 to 70 hour weeks? Send help. Girl, I'm sending all the help your way.
There's no locking in.
I'm sorry. Actually, I would lock out.
I would lock myself out. That's what I would do. Like, actually, 60 to 70. What the hell do you do for work?
Wait,
like, can
hold
you tell
on.
me in the comments, because I want to know.
Can we just divide this by 70
hours in the week?
Yeah. Wait, hold on, Kate. So
24 times 7.
24 times 7. That's 168. How long is a shift if you worked 7 days a week? Oh, okay. So if you worked 7 days a week, that's 10-hour shifts every single day.
No, but let's say they only work 5 days a week.
Okay. So 70 divided by 5, that's 14-hour work days. When do you sleep? When do you eat? When do you cook? When do you... What?
I actually have no advice for this, because I have no idea what your like schedule is like, but I don't know how you lock in. I don't know. I can barely lock in, and I work 32 a week, so...
I will say the same, where I am going to right now give you some advice, but it's not based on personal experience.
Yes.
I will firstly say that.
Yeah.
Because we are in fortunate enough positions that we do not work 60 to 70 hours a week.
Yeah.
This can also be her having multiple jobs.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not just one job.
That's true.
I know also some people in the medical field, they do work crazy
They do.
weeks. So it could be that. It could be multiple jobs. I'm not sure. But girl, if you keep going at this rate, I'm sorry, but this is just going to be a burnout. Like it's just going to end in burnout, and things are going to come crumbling down. When you don't nurture yourself, and when you go too hard and too much, you are going to start eventually crumbling down, and your body is going to physically start to shut down. I'm sorry, but it's just going to be bound to happen. That is overworking, and that should not be normalized. It's like, I get the hustle and grind culture, but it's like that's
70 hours a week. Like, I don't even understand how you actually have time to do things outside of work.
Honestly, that's like really,
I would be sleeping the whole entire time I'm not working.
I know.
I'd be sleeping.
Like,
laying on the couch.
I work one 14-hour day on set, and I needed to take 5 business days to recover from that because I'm exhausted.
Literally on a regular 8-hour day, when I come home from work, I lay on the couch for like 3 hours, and then I go to bed. Like, I don't want to do anything else. So I actually don't know. Yeah. I would say if you can cut back hours just to give yourself a little bit more hours, I would say that would be ideal. Just so you can actually give yourself, I don't know if you're someone who's like super meticulous about like their schedule, and they're like, okay, well, I have an hour and 30 minutes on this day to do whatever, and I have 4 hours on this day to do whatever. But if you're not like that, oh my God, it's probably really hard to do anything outside of work, because that's a lot of freaking hours to work a week.
And also, if this isn't something financial where you need to make ends meet, I hour you're not doing this just for fun. You know what I mean? Like, obviously nobody's working just for fun, but it's like, if you're doing this, like working these 60, 70 hour weeks to, you know, put food on the table and all of that, I totally understand that. But like I said, like, that's just not going to be sustainable for the long-term future. No. And if you can maybe cut back a little bit, and if you have family around or somebody around to help support you, so you can take a little bit of a break and have a little bit more of financial freedom in that way, where you don't need to work so much, I'm lean on them and just like get on your feet again and recover, because I don't know why you work 60 to 70 hour weeks. Like, we need some context there, but I don't know how to tell you to lock in, because you need to unlock and allocate time
and rest.
Allocate time to rest and time for yourself. Like, how are you even sleeping?
Yeah, I don't understand.
That's insane, girl. So please, if you are listening to this right now, if you can DM us or email us or something.
I'm actually so curious about that situation.
Yeah, and maybe if you can give us some more information, then we can
have better advice.
Better advice, and we'll voice note you back, and we can talk that way. I don't know what kind of advice to give you, since I don't know your situation. Yeah, good luck, honestly.
Yeah, good luck, Charlie.
I hope you're okay. I genuinely hope that you're okay. And it is freaking sad that in this economy, people have to work so much, especially, you know, if they have a family to feed, to put food on the table for. It's sickening. Yeah. It's like, as a human being, Joel and I were just talking about this, we should have basic rights to just have food on the table and a roof over our head. Yeah. But we don't even have those basic rights as a human being. We need to make a certain income to even be able to live on our own.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, where are our basic human needs and basic human rights? So it's just disgusting. And anyways, yeah, I hope you're okay, girl, because that's rough. That's a lot.
It's nuts out here.
Okay, next question is overcoming gym anxiety. We have touched on this before.
We actually have. I do think we got asked this before. I think we just said, like, for me, one of my things is, like, as a girl, I hated being around like men at the gym. That's just 100% something that made me uncomfortable. Still to this day, and when a man walks in the gym, I'm like, I gotta go.
I literally hide in the girls only section, because I'm like, I don't even want this energy.
Yeah. But that's what I was gonna say. If your gym, or you know, somewhere that, like, let's say has something that's more, you know, tailored to just kind of you, like, let's say girls only, like, then that's something that you could do for sure. It makes it so much easier. But also just remember that every single person that's going to the gym is there to, like, better themselves. They're not going there to work out to, you know, so everyone around can look at them and be like, wow, they look great and they're so strong. Yeah, everyone's going there for their own personal growth. And, you know, the first steps, you're gonna feel awkward as fuck, like, when you're there at first, and you, like, if you don't know exactly what to do, like, you're gonna feel awkward. You're gonna feel like, I don't know what I'm doing, everyone's looking at me. But that's not the case at all. No one is staring at you, and if they're staring at you, they're weird.
They have a problem,
or they're like spaced out and they're not thinking.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes honestly I do that where I'm just literally in my headphones, I'm in my own world, and my head's literally like this, and then I'll realize I'm staring at somebody. I'm like, oh my god, like I wasn't actually staring at you.
I had no thoughts going on. I just was looking with my eyes.
I was daydreaming about something else. Trust me, it was not looking at you. But yeah, it's like a lot of people, I would say 99% of people at the gym are there to better themselves, to strengthen themselves, and they're in their own world. Like you're going to see most people with headphones on doing their own stuff, and the gym is, it's an interesting place because there are some people that probably come for the sake of, I don't know, trying to get girls or whatever the disgusting matter is. But it's like at the end of the day, 99% of people are actually there to lock in and to work out, and they're only paying attention to themselves. And so if it makes you feel better and it makes an easier transition to, go and find a gym with a girls only section or maybe a girls only gym, I feel like that would help a lot, because I know a lot of the gym anxiety could stem around men being there. So that would be our advice. But yeah, just know that not as many people are paying attention to you, or none at all, as you actually think in your own head. And it's so easy to spiral and think, oh my god, everybody's staring at me doing this wrong, but nobody's actually noticing.
No.
So you got this, and maybe it'll make you feel better if you start in a workout class or something like that where it's a group setting and get you kind of used to being around people. Cause
I love a workout class for that reason.
Yes, it's like
you're all in it, you're all doing it together.
Exactly. So maybe start off with something like that if you're new to working out and you just want to ease your way into it, and then go to the gym. Yeah, it's definitely something that will get easier as time goes on, and you'll kind of be desensitized to it.
Exactly.
It's kind of like walking into a new gym and you don't know where anything is. And then after you go there again and time again, you're
a pro.
You're a pro and you're good. So yeah, wishing you the best of luck in your gym journey.
Yes, absolutely.
How to deal with insecurities, example, acne or features you don't like.
Yeah, that's insecurities are dumb and stupid. Right now, I've been feeling extremely insecure recently. Just like, I've been so bloated recently. Like, I'm gonna go to the doctor because I actually look like 3 months pregnant when I wake up. Like, I don't have morning skinny.
Okay, that's a bit
like
odd.
And normally, like, starting at the beginning of the year, like, I literally have had abs, and now none of my I still work out. I still get my steps in. Like, I don't work out as like hardcore, but I'm like, and I still eat fairly good and all that, but I'm like, literally none of my abs, like, they're gone. Like, I was like, I'm just feel bloated all the time, especially more recently. In the past, I would say the month for sure, but the last like 2 months more than that. But I already know I have like gut sensitivity and like stomach issues, but like recently it was so bad. Like, I'm not even kidding. This morning before I like got dressed, I was like standing in the mirror and I was like, fuck, I'm fucking disgusting. I literally called my mom crying and I was like, I literally can't do this today. I feel awful. And she's like, it's okay. Like, insecurities come and go so fast. And even like today, Kate, this is a random side story. My eyebrow pencil literally disappeared while I was doing my makeup yesterday.
Oh my god, I hate when a makeup
and
product
I actually
rolls
think
itself
a ghost.
Away.
No, I think a ghost took it because it disappeared. Like, I did my eyebrows and like, I don't know where I put it, but like sometimes it rolls off my desk and will roll onto the floor.
It'll roll away and away and away.
But like onto the floor, and I have carpet, so it's gonna like, it's not gonna move once it falls on the floor.
It's not gonna roll to the other room.
And I was like, I can't find it. That's so weird. Blah 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 blah. But like, I had to rush, and I was like, okay, I can't find it, but whatever. My eyebrows are fine. And then I left. And then today I go to do my eyebrows. I literally looked every drawer where I put my brushes. I'm like, oh, did I accidentally like mindlessly put it here instead when I put my brush away or something? Looked in all my drawers, my floor, my garbage can, my bathroom, my kitchen. Like, it's literally nowhere.
Okay.
When I didn't even like leave the room.
You have a ghost. You actually have a ghost.
So I don't know where it went. But anyways.
You have a ghost. But anyways, your house is haunted.
My house is haunted. Side story. But I was gonna say another thing is like, I'm insecure about my eyebrows, and I'm such like a perfectionist when it comes to them. So like, losing my freaking eyebrow pencil, I had no eyebrow pencil today. I had to like makeshift with random products, and like, so that had me already feeling insecure. And then I'm like, oh, and I look 3 months pregnant, and all I had was a piece of toast. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just like, it'll build. And then my hair wasn't working out, and I'm like, bitch, you're fucking ugly and dumb. Yeah. Like, I can't. You know what I mean? Like, that was literally, I'm not even kidding, me 2 hours ago, like, feeling like straight garbage. Insecurities come and go, and they're so annoying, and I hate when, like, one day you just get, like, a new insecurity randomly.
So where did that come from?
Yeah, all of a sudden you're like, oh, this has been there forever, and now it haunts me.
Yeah. Now
like,
it taunts me in the mirror.
It just sucks. You just have to remember that every single person like has some sort of insecurity, and these are 9 times out of 10 like just little tiny like human flaws that nobody notices but you.
Yourself.
It's only you that's noticing, and you see yourself literally all the time in the mirror. You're the one who's with yourself constantly, so of course these things are going to bother you because you're constantly seeing it, dealing with it, feeling it. And yeah, it's super hard. I just find, for me, it's like I just have to remember, okay, what are about these insecurities that I'm feeling? It's like, okay, can I actually change this? Yeah, I can. Okay, well, let's just figure it out. Let's stop being so dramatic and insecure about it. It's something, oh, I can't even change it. Well, why the hell am I so mad about it? I can't change it. I can't do anything. So let's just trying to turn it around and like make it in a positive thing, or like, oh, it's actually cool that I have this, or like this, you know, that just means I'm healthy, like this, whatever it may be. In any example, yeah, insecurities are freaking annoying, but everybody has them and nobody is noticing them on you the way you are.
Exactly. And that's what I think all the time. It's like your own insecurities. I'm sorry, but nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody is going to notice it on you. Nobody's going to walk by and see it. Nobody pays so much attention to your own self, but your own self.
Yeah.
And so that's like the first thing to realize, is that I'm making a huge deal about this one thing, but literally nobody gives a fuck. Like nobody's even going to notice. And
yeah,
like you said, like if it's something that you can fix, like your bloating issue, then it's like, okay, let's go to the doctor. Maybe there's something actually wrong with me here, and let's take a step into figuring this out. But if it's something that you cannot fix, that, you know, you're born with or whatever, then you just have to embrace it and realize that you shouldn't be making a big deal out of it, because like I said, the chances of anybody even noticing it are little to none.
Yeah.
And this just all ties back to us creating these huge narratives, toxic narratives in our head, and spiraling when it's not even accurate and true, and you just keep going on and on and on about it to yourself and in your head. And it's like, wait a minute, take a step back, realize this isn't even a big issue, and realize that you're unique at the end of the day. And we do this about so many things in life, where we just spiral in our heads and we create this narrative and blah, 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 blah. It's so toxic, and we all do it.
We do.
It just happens. We all do it, but it is really toxic, and you just have to stop yourself. Like if you start feeling yourself getting really angered about an insecurity and really insecure, try to just meditate and let it go. Just be like, okay.
Just zen out.
Just accept the way that you feel and let it go. Literally just take it, let it go, and move on. Move on. Do something else. Think about something else. Move on with your life, because you can hyperfixate on something for years and years, but where's that ever going to get you? It's not going to do, if it's not going to have a positive impact on your life, then let it go.
It's just going to snowball and mentally drag you down, and and
what's the point of that?
Yeah.
Why would you purposefully do that to yourself? It's just so useless and pointless and toxic and damaging. And we can all do it. We can all, every single person on this earth, I bet you can look in the mirror and have an insecurity, say something negative about ourselves. It's just the way that it is. I mean, we see all these models and stuff on social media, but you have no idea if they're crying about an insecurity behind that camera.
100%, and they probably are.
I think every single person on this planet has insecurities. There's even the most gorgeous models you see on the internet. Yeah. They have their own insecurities, even if it doesn't look like that from the outside.
And 9 times, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm such an interrupter recently. And 9 times out of 10, when someone is like telling you about an insecurity that bothers them, you're like, no. You're like, that's dumb. You're like, bitch, that's not even true. Or like, you don't even look that, or be like, yeah, but it doesn't look bad at all. Like it actually, I like it, or whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes. No.
So it's literally just you building it up to be this like horrible thing.
Yeah.
And I know it's hard.
Yeah.
It is hard to just ignore it.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just gotta also think a bigger picture in the being of your whole entire life. Like this one insecurity, like should you really let it eat it up you that much? Like, is it really worth worrying about and freaking out about when you have all these other things in your life that you could be thinking about instead, or putting your energy towards in a better way?
And just know that zero value of your self-worth comes from your exterior looks.
Yeah, no, not at all.
You make up the person that you are because of who you are. Yeah. And a little insecurity here and there has nothing to do with that. Your outer shell has nothing to do with that. Everybody has a different outer shell, but that really does not matter at the end of the day. So just know that it's like you can have insecurities, but all that matters is the type of person that you are on the
Your
inside.
heart. Yes, absolutely.
And it's so cliche.
It is.
It's so cliche.
But it's just true. It's just staple fact.
It's literally a staple fact, because if we keep hyperfixating on our little insecurities, then we're going to make it our personality.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, then that just defeats the whole purpose, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, one of my friends was just like kind of talking about how she's really insecure about her acne and stuff, and she thinks it looks awful and whatever. And I genuinely was like, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have never even noticed your acne.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm dead ass.
Yeah.
And it's something that she probably hyperfixates on every day.
100%.
And I'm like, I've never.
But you're like, this, it does not make you any less more beautiful than you are.
Yeah, like
having acne doesn't take away from already your facial features and how you look. And
yeah, like
it doesn't.
Genuinely have never even thought in my head a thought about that.
No.
And so putting that into perspective, I was like, damn. You know, people really don't even notice. It's just all in your head.
Yeah.
So just like knowing that and realizing that and controlling your own narrative is so important.
Absolutely.
So love yourself.
Love yourself.
Peace, love,
yeah,
gratitude. Yeah. You know, we love
Gratitude.
ourselves. Yeah, we love it. I think that was the last question that we got. Let me see. Let me refresh to see if we got another
if
one.
we got another.
Let's see.
Did we get another?
Oh, we did just get another one. And it says, how are y'all so sexy? Okay.
We did not get that.
Literally, we did.
Wait. You're lying. I literally thought you just made that up.
Okay, that definitely sounded like I made it up, but no.
You did. Like, you just, like, were like, yeah, that was for fun.
Shout out to you, girl.
That's so funny. I literally thought you just made that up.
That is
like,
hilarious.
Oh, we did get another.
It's actually hilarious because by the time I put my phone down, I'm like, oh, let me see if there's one more. And there actually was.
And there was.
And it said that. And that sounded like I totally just made that out of my ass.
Right?
Which is hilarious.
That's so funny. Well, we were born this way.
Yeah.
It's genetics,
I
babe.
was born this way.
Even sexy people think they're ugly as fuck sometimes, so don't you worry.
And anyone can be sexy, babe.
You're sexy. We're all sexy.
We're all sexy beings.
Sexy beings.
I'm sexy. You're sexy. We're all sexy.
I'm sexy and I know it.
No.
Oh my god.
Okay, I just checked back to our older Q&A just to see if there's like a couple more questions, and we got, what are your summer wardrobe essentials?
Ooh,
that's a fun one, changing the subject here from deep to fashion.
Yep.
We love a good switch up on this podcast.
We do.
We keep it real for you guys.
Essentials. Fashion essentials.
Summer wardrobe essentials.
Wardrobe. Okay.
Wardrobe.
Okay. For me, for the wardrobe, I need a lot of like different variations of pants. Long shorts, short shorts, long skirts, short skirts. I need length variations, okay? Flowy.
The length variations.
Non-flowy. You know the deal. I feel like I still need to get more, but I feel like I need a good little ballet flat. Like, I feel like that's like a summer wardrobe thing. Also boots, but like it doesn't sound like it. But when I do like a short, I like a tall boot with a short. Because I hate having all leg out. Like, you would never catch me in a short skirt with like ballet flats on. It's different if I'm wearing like little kitten heels or something, but I don't know why. If I'm wearing a flat shoe, I can't have a full leg out exposed. So
that
it has
makes
to be
sense.
Like kind of half clothinged up.
Like half, not too naked.
Yeah. You're gonna need, well, not you're gonna, I'm telling you about mine.
All right, write it down, girls. Ready? Get a pen and a paper. Let's get ready.
Write down the recipe. Okay, I need also some good basic tops that you can kind of like layer, match with anything, rewear a million times. Good accessories, some belts. I've been wearing like pretty like just basic like plain pieces, but then like really accessorizing them with like a cool belt or like jewelry, purse, headband, hat, glasses, whatever. Cute shoe, cute little socks, like things like that. I really find that that's how I've been like, you know, leveling up my outfits from just being like the basic standard outfit. So I guess those would be my essentials. More so like accessories, and then having like good basics, and then yeah, different variations of pant lengths for me.
Love. I would say, yeah, accessories, tying that back, is like some good, nice gold jewelry. I feel like that specifically stands out in the summer.
Yeah.
Because you're less clothed. So it's like you can take the opportunity to wear bigger earrings, rings, necklace, bracelets, whatever. So that's always an essential. And yeah, I would say just getting a good, solid, high quality basic of everything. So it's like, get a good basic black tank that could just be your number one. Get a good basic white tank that you can mix and match with 100 things. That I've found that on the days where I don't know what to wear, I always gravitate towards my ultra basics, and I could mash them with whatever.
They're like your proven pieces.
Proven, scientifically researched pieces.
At work, we would call those our core products.
Core pieces. Core. So true though, and it helps so much because I feel like if you go a little bit too flu with your wardrobe, you're gonna seriously be like, I have nothing to wear.
Yeah.
And so that has helped me, pull together a fast outfit every day. Yeah, in terms of jean shorts and stuff like that, like I have one pair of, or maybe a couple now, of like jean shorts that I can always rely on and put on. If I'm in a rush, I already know I have my solid jean shorts and my solid tank. And also, you saying like various lengths is also true. So it's like, I have one more jort style, one a little bit more short, and then having a pair of comfy shorts, a staple pair of comfy shorts that I can rewear with unlimited different tops. And I think that just ties back to just basics at the end of the day. I love myself good basics, and obviously getting the cute different piece here and there, but as long as I have basics in my wardrobe, I feel like I always can have something to wear. And also even just having a plain basic black skirt, white skirt that you can mix and match with any tank, dress up, dress down. Creating more of a capsule wardrobe has helped me so much. And I realized just like a couple of years ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need more good quality basics, because I used to feel like I never had anything to wear.
All like standout pieces.
Yeah. And then once I started building that, the basics, it got so much easier to put together an outfit every day, because I'm like, I can always rely on these core pieces. And so same goes for the winter. I mean, it's just like having those basic pieces, but specifically for the summer, I bought this like straw hat kind of that's going to be perfect to bring to like the beach. Yeah. And just having a solid hat that I can wear with anything. Yeah, I guess those are my solid pieces, is just having some core basics. Because sometimes it is just hard to know what to wear every day, right? It's like, it can get repetitive, it can get boring. Yeah. And just having basic pieces, it's always reliable. Eases mental stress. And it's so funny because in Emma Chamberlain's podcast, I remember this a long time ago, she was talking about creating just a uniform that she wears every single day. And I'm like, honestly, that is pretty smart, because then you're not putting so much effort into making some elaborate outfit every day.
Yeah. You just kind of change out like the other bieces, like the shoes, the hat, belt, accessories,
which makes so much sense though. Like, so those are our little summer wardrobe essentials / basics, whatever. Yeah, I guess that kind of wraps up today's episode. Overall, in wrapping up June and stuff, how do you feel?
Yeah, it just really has not felt like June for me, and it just feels like, because I guess technically our summer started like June 23rd or whatever, so I feel like, oh, it's July now, it's actually summer. But normally in my head, I, like we've said, you equip different months to summer, and for me it's like June is when summer starts, so it feels like summer hasn't started yet, and I'm like, it's already July, which means July is gonna end in 5 seconds, and it's gonna be August, and then like summer's like basically over. So I was like, feeling stressed about that. But
that's why you just got to be present.
You got to be present AF. So
I mean, really control that.
Excited now because the weather should, I'm saying it better, Mother Nature, listen up. It better be full-blown summer now.
I mean, Mother Nature,
it changes so often though. Like I looked this morning and now it looks like nice, but then it changed. I don't know.
Mother Nature is looking good though.
Mother Nature is a queen, and we needs love to be her hot and sexy self now. Yeah, for the next few months.
We're putting our love into you, Mother Nature.
So yeah, I'm happy wrapping up June. I kind of like have been going back and forth between being like, oh, I want to do like not like a diet, but like one of my managers just did like no added sugar like for June. I'm like, oh, I feel like I should do something. But now that like my gut is really driving me nuts right now, I think I'm really gonna like go to the doctor and just like lock in on my intake of food and stuff and figure out what it is. Another thing that's really common is called SIBO, which is just where your small intestine is like not digesting properly, and it's super common because it's just like full of bacteria and shit pretty much.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
I meant shit, but like probably actually shit.
It is though. It is. It's literally backed. It's clogged, babe. Like
you're pretty much clogged up in your small intestine, so it makes things really hard to digest because it's not working properly. And apparently that's super common. Also, you could have leaky gut. Like there's a lot of things that are very common for people that just have like consistent bloating. And I know that dairy irritates me, but sometimes I'll find things that don't even have dairy in it still irritate me. So
interesting.
I don't know. I think that's something I'm really gonna lock in and focus on for the summer, because especially being in like a bathing suit, wanting to like feel energized and feel good and like go outside, like I want to feel my best, and right now I do not. So
yeah,
that's the goal.
No, that's unfortunate timing, but you'll get through it. You'll persevere.
Yep.
You got this, girl.
Thanks, girl.
You got it. You can figure it out.
Lock in season.
Yeah, locking in. Anyways, before we wrap up today's episode, though, you guys can click off here if you don't watch Love Island. But we are overdue for a Love Island catch-up episode, or not episode, catch-up segment. So if you guys watch Love Island, stick around, because we're going to yap about the recent episodes. So the last...
This is an awful season of Love Island, I have to say.
I'm sorry.
It's actually so bad.
It's horrible. It's actually... Okay. First thing I'm going to say is the episode that we left off on was like the mail thing, right?
Yeah.
Where they gave each other mail. First thing that comes to mind is holy mean girls.
Mean girls and mean boys. First things first, the first one crying was Amaya. All the guys ganged up on her.
Yeah.
Telling her pretty much that she's too much. No. What you're not going to do is that. Like, and then Zach just like kicking her while she's down being her couple at the end. I was like, you can fuck off.
When he did
like,
that, I was
rocks.
like, are you not reading the room?
Read the room.
It's
pretty prominent.
Are
it's
you
loud.
not seeing how emotional she is right now? And then you're just going to go literally kick her while
Just
she's
add on top.
down?
Yeah. Not cool. I saw like a TikTok posted and people were saying how she really came in like full of life and she's like really lost her like sparkle this whole time because like all the guys have been like, you're too much. I'm like, I feel so bad because I know like one day someone's gonna eat that up and like love that she is like,
and I love her.
Over the top happiness, little ray of sunshine or Amaya papaya.
And she knows, but like the thing that I love about her, she knows herself.
She knows it. She knows her worth.
And it's like, yes, she is very, very emotional. And
emotional gangster.
Emotional gangster. Yes, she is very emotional, but she always says like, I know my self-worth. I know my self-worth.
This is who I am.
This is who I am. And so happy she does, because what in the world are the guys being so rude for? And where like there is no girlhood in this season.
No, it's really bad.
Where's the girlhood? Where's the womanhood? Where is that? Like what is happening?
No, they don't have each other's backs. The only people like kind of are like feel like maybe you're a girl's girl is like Iris and Amaya. I think I'll stop there. I don't even know about Iris because she doesn't get that much screen time, so like I feel like she's a little bit hard to read,
sure.
But she just seems like she's chill doing her thing. But also no one stood up to defend Amaya. But then when Shelly gets up there or Landry gets up there, all the girls like me.
But
I'm like,
that's exactly what I mean is like at the start I really loved Shelly and whatever, but now I'm just like,
no,
girl,
bye.
where is like what happened? I'm sorry, but what happened? It's taking a quick turn.
No, they're being super mean girly in there.
It's
and like
horrible.
The double standards are crazy because they're freaking out at Huda over that challenge. She kissed him in the challenge. Okay, let's roll the clip of when Nick and Alandria made out outside of challenge and had a good make out, and they clearly both liked it and were pretending that they didn't, or not, maybe not Alandria, but Nick definitely liked her. Like, you can't tell me. He was like,
you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
Yes.
He basically said that.
In like other words, just watching it, it's clear that like Nick and Sierra have a connection. They like each other, but like I don't know, there are some things like that are sus. You know, she's had a Love Island themed birthday. Her friend was on Love Island. All of her friends, blah blah. And now she's gonna get canceled. So, you know, I sent you that video or whatever.
Which one?
Well, she posted saying racial slur on her story. In like very like common everyday, like it's like a word she uses all the time.
I didn't see it. No.
Yeah. So pretty much everyone is like, Yulissa has had racial slurs in the background in the past.
Yeah, we know
Not
about
even in the past. Like
Yulissa.
Recently. She got kicked out immediately because the internet knew that. We just found out in the last few days that now Sierra has. People are like, now she needs to get kicked off. You can't, and especially because it was like a slur against like the Asian community. That's why people are like, there also isn't as much like Asian representatives at the villa right now too. So people are like, oh, people love to just let hate against that community like slide more than others. So I think it's like causing a lot because people like, if you don't actually kick her off because of this, like it's just showing discriminatory behavior, like not kicking her off for saying that, but someone else for saying another slur. You know what I mean? Like
it's where is the line here?
Yeah, and like Love Island hasn't responded to anything, and obviously the comments are all on all it because Sierra's friends have been running her account. She's lost like 200,000 followers. I haven't been on TikTok, so I haven't seen any of this. That's literally on my TikTok. And her friend MJ was like running her accounts now. She's like deleted videos and like deleted the comments, and like literally 2 days before people found that, MJ was like, she made a video being like, you guys are all gonna be laughing when Sierra hits 1 million, like any minute she's gonna have 1 million followers in a few days. Oh, no girl, you're actually gonna have to see girl pretty soon. But anyway, so people are like, I knew I never liked that girl. She also, like, I liked her in the beginning off the bat.
I really liked her in the beginning.
But her, like, this Mean Girl stuff with the three of them, I have slowly started to be like, I don't know. And, like, the double standard with, like, oh, but if Alondra kisses him, like, it's fine. Yeah. But then, like,
it's such a double standard. And I'm like, I noticed this group forming of them three, and it's so toxic because it's like all the other girls seem to be just casted out by them.
Yeah.
And the way that they were treating everybody that was like talking on opening their own letters, like the other girls, I was like,
I felt bad for Huda the last like 2 episodes, low key.
Same.
I won't forget Hurricane Huda, and that she clearly, when she's locked in with the guy, she gets a little cray cray. Not gonna excuse all that behavior.
No,
but the girls, like, to be able to like have each other's back, they were being so mean to her and like made her, like, I fully think they were being dicks to her.
Oh, 100%. And if I did have something to say to Huda, let's say if I was in the position, if I had something to say to her, by no means would I ever embarrass you in front of this whole group of people. Save it as woman to woman, an individual convo.
Yeah.
Why are you embarrassing
and you're supposed
each
to be,
other?
like, good friends.
Why are you embarrassing each other in front of everybody like that? And just adding on, embarrassing each other in front of the whole world to see too.
Yeah.
And it's like, have that conversation woman to woman. What are you doing saying it in front of everybody?
And Alondra, like, aired out her laundry, like, being like, oh, and you kissed whoever. I'm like, and she was like, I literally told you that in confidence.
Okay.
I actually would throw them all in the pool.
Honestly,
with, like, rocks,
that was
rocks tied to them. I'd be pissed in their sleep.
That was crazy. I felt so bad. Like you guys know, like you said with Huda, it's like she had a rough start and everything, but I felt horrible for her on that episode.
Yeah.
Nobody had her back. Yeah. They were just bashing her after bashing her. And I was like, where's the girlhood? Where's any respect?
It did make me respect Chris though for really having her back.
Yes.
And he don't even know her that well yet.
Yes.
Like, but he also had seen the show, like, because they get to like kind of see it before coming in. Yeah. So he also has seen her, like, you know, her behavior before.
Stuff. Yeah.
And still like defending her. But I just think in front of the girls, like, the girls should have your back, and they always be like, girls love it. And her being like, Shelly, like, I literally love you so much. Like, you're literally my best friend in here. Like, blah blah. And Shelly being like, I don't care. And she's like, I don't want to talk to you. When she like didn't, she's like, this is like, I don't want to talk to you today. I don't know. I'm not like in the vibes. I just think the Mean Girl stuff, not cool.
It's actually not cool, and it's horrible, and it's really sad to see how people are composing themselves and lashing out at other women and stuff. The fact that people just let Amaya get beat down by the guys and nobody stood up for her, like Alandria, like that group, none of them said anything, but then they were so quick to speak about other things this season. I don't know if it's because obviously their casting choices from the beginning
crazy
were absolutely
awful. Like, they've picked the worst people for the show.
Awful. I don't know what's going on, honestly. It's just such a flop of a season, to be honest. And it's like, is anybody even there to
for the right reasons? I don't think so.
No, I think they all went on there to grow their Instagram.
I think so too. And you know, one thing that did kind of eat from that episode was Taylor being like, you want me to pick? All right, I pick Clark.
Honestly,
he ate with that because Alondra, she was doing too much, and then she like ripped him to shreds. And right after she ripped him to shreds, he goes, okay, I pick Clark then. AK, she's not gonna have any like connection now, like blah blah blah. But I do think that situation needed to be over with anyways, because like, first of all, Alondra, like, can you stand on business? Like, this guy clearly does not want you. He's going to throw your relationship away, not knowing that you could have stayed there. He was willing to risk you being sent home. Yeah. You don't want him anyway.
Why would you go back to him?
He literally
sent you home, basically.
Yeah, it just made her look dumb.
I know.
You know. It is what it is.
It's an interesting season.
So we'll see how it goes, because there's only a few episodes left.
Yeah, like,
it's literally ending. No one's in a good connection.
No. Literally no one.
And then Sierra, now this. So I'm really curious to see on how they'll react if they're, because also like, actually right now Nick and Sierra are like the most locked in. They're the only people that are exclusive. So my thoughts are they're not going to send her home because they're the only couple
that are solidified.
But then like Love Island's literally fully going to be canceled for not sending her home, when I don't know. So I don't know how this is going to play out. I think it's absolutely unfair to not send her home when you did that, but also like they're in this position where it's the end of the season, like obviously it's just gonna fuck shit up and nothing's gonna work out. So, but I don't see anything working out anyways.
I just think that the problems from the jump was, number one, the casting. I'm sorry, do more background checks. Number two, I just think everybody is on the show right now for the wrong reasons.
The wrong reasons.
And
100%.
That is why there's no connections. That's why people are just acting out. And let's be honest, they all went on there to become influencers.
Y'all want clout, like, come on.
Yeah.
The only you know who I love though is Jeremiah now. Now that he's not on the show, I follow him on like TikTok and Instagram. He's so sweet. He literally is just like actually like a nerdy guy. Like he started a book club on Instagram. Join my book club. He's so cute, and he actually seems like a really sweet person.
He did nothing wrong in the villa, and the whole Ace tribe was
they literally, and Austin saying that at the thing, he was like, they literally do it. Because I also agreed, Jeremiah was damned if he did, damned if he didn't, you know, because of what Ace said. But Ace went off at him saying that. I was like, well, he got defensive. His freaking 5'5" ass, all full of rage.
That's funny. That's very funny. So all in all, if you guys have been following up with the season, which if you're listening to this, I assume you are, it's been whack. Let us know your thoughts down below. This is news to me about the whole Sierra thing. Yeah. Because I have not been on TikTok. Yeah. So that's news to me. Had no idea. It's going to be interesting to see the way that things play out. And let us know your thoughts down below because we'd love to chat about it.
I need to watch a real good season after this. I'm literally going to watch the UK after this is done. I need to watch a good quality Love Island season because this one was ass.
I started the UK, by the way. I'm on episode 4.
Yeah.
So far, it's better than the US. Yeah. So, definitely hop on the UK.
That's up next
for sure.
Because last season was so good. You can't outdo the doer,
but they're trying to outdo the doers.
And it sucks ass.
Oh gosh.
But it's like a train wreck. You can't stop watching, and obviously like everyone's talking about it, so you want to know what's happening.
It's like have
your opinions, whatever.
You're gonna tune in.
But it still sucks. Yeah, it's still dramatic, but it still sucks.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Stay tuned for our next week's episode. It's so funny because by the time this goes live, our podcast,
so much will have happened.
So this is based on that episode that we were just talking about. That's the last thing we saw. New episode tonight. Very excited to watch it. And we'll catch up with you guys with more tea and details next week. But yes, I guess the show is coming to an end anyways. So is this episode.
All right, see ya.
All right, bye.
Okay, we love you guys.
We love you guys so much.
Next time.
Bye.
Bye.